Bomma le botate, molokoloko wa dirutegi o tla tsena mo nakwaneng ye kopana. Le kgopelwa go ema.
Dames en here, die akademiese prosessie sal nou inbeweeg. U word versoek om asseblief op te staan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will now enter. You are kindly requested to stand.
By the power vested in me, I constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred to the candidates whose names appear in the program. Can you please take your seats? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Principal of the University of Pretoria, it is my pleasure this afternoon to welcome you to this very special event. Today we are celebrating the achievements of our students graduating in the Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology, or better known as EBIT. Allow me to welcome the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Wena Stein, our Deputy Deans, Professor Alta van der Merwe and Professor James Maynor, our Deputy Director for Student Services, Mr. Mathegane, also our Assistant Director for Enrollment and Student Administration, Ms. Ansu Forster. A warm welcome to our chairpersons of schools, our heads of departments, our lecturers, professors, colleagues, and representative from the Student Representative Council. A special word of welcome on whom a degree will be conferred today, and as well to their parents, family, and partners who accompany them today. Today, we will be conferring 119 degrees, of which 23 are doctoral degrees. This year, we are conferring at University of Pretoria during this spring graduation almost 154 PhD degrees. And this is quite a significant contribution to our post our doctoral degree graduation. The vision of the EBIT faculty, in keeping with the broader University of Pretoria vision, is to be a leading research-intensive faculty that contributes significantly to research and human capital development in the broad disciplines of engineering, the built environment, and information technology. The faculty actively pursues and maintains strong links with industry, government, and various local and international organizations. As the fourth industrial revolution progresses, the EBIT faculty continues to focus on innovation and reinventing itself. To ensure it remains globally competitive and a leader, it focuses on producing high-quality research in active collaboration with local and international universities, government departments, and industry. With approximately 30 research chairs and entities, the faculty attracts high-quality students and staff who engage around artificial intelligence, data science, robotics, machine learning, green buildings planning and construction, urban citizenship, information and communication technology, technology innovation, entrepreneurship, water and environmental engineering, green and clean energy, minerals and materials beneficiation, smart cities, and intelligent transportation, to name just a few. EBIT offers 29 undergraduate degree programs following a hybrid teaching model. These degrees are accredited by the relevant national and/or international statutory and professional bodies. The faculty continues to improve its teaching and learning activities to assist students in succeeding in their studies and goes to great lengths to bring the world of work into the lecture room or the laboratory. Recently, the faculty, in collaboration with the Faculty of Health Sciences, won an Innovation Excellence Award for its immersive learning exhibition presented at the 21st Sasol Techno-X Science, Maths, Engineering and Technology exhibition held in Sasolburg last month. Participation in this event showed us that the university is not far-fetched in terms of thinking for futuristic teaching and learning and the way it envisages itself. Lecturers will make use of tools such as virtual reality, augmented reality, and so forth, rather than the traditional tools to offer students an enhanced learning experience. Prospective students, on the other hand, were given a foretaste of what a future university classroom would look like and how their unique talents could be developed through experiential learning to ultimately enable them to contribute to sustainable communities. To the students and the graduates today, I would like to close with a message to our graduating students. I think congratulations on a milestone you're achieving today. It is a sound foundation on which to build your journey of lifelong learning. I'm confident that the education you received from the University of Pretoria has equipped you to be thought leaders and to use your education, your skills, and knowledge to drive positive societal impact as engaged and responsible citizens. In this regard, I wish to leave you with the words of a well-known human rights activist, Martin Luther King Jr., who is reported to have said, I quote, "The highest duty of a citizen is not to protect his or her own rights, but to protect the rights of others," close quote. I look forward to your continued partnership with the University of Pretoria, and you continue to support your university as you progress through your journey of success in life. And please keep in contact with UP and share your future experiences as we together develop the next generation. And remember, we always need to think about saving our planet. Thank you very much. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidates present whose names appear in the program.
Mr. Vice Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Letitia Lorna Cook, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Real Estate, with her thesis titled The Digitalization Decision Process in Real Estate, prepared under the supervision of myself. The property industry lags behind other industries in the drive towards digitalization. In the thesis, the candidate investigated biases and heuristics contributing to delayed or suboptimal digitalization decisions. These prejudices and mental rules of thumb commonly occur during normal human decision-making. Still, they may lead to severe and systematic errors, as identified by research in behavioral economics. Most of the previous research in this field has been conducted through surveys and experiments. However, such quantitative research only identifies pre-selected biases. The candidate therefore followed a qualitative approach, conducting unstructured in-depth interviews with leading property industry decision makers and software application developers. The results identify 37 biases and heuristics contributing to delayed or suboptimal digitalization decisions. Recommendations are made to alleviate the effect of these biases and heuristics. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Stephen Piet Ngubeni, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Real Estate, with a thesis titled A Framework for the Development of Mass Valuation Standards in South Africa, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Joseph Yassim as supervisor and Professor Benita Zulch as co-supervisor. Most disputes relating to municipal valuations, a typology of mass valuations for property, rates and taxes, result from inaccuracy and inconsistency in the value estimates. In South Africa, valuation inaccuracy is characterized by undervaluation and overvaluation, attributable to the lack of standards for mass valuation. In this thesis, a framework for the development of mass valuation standards in South Africa, the candidate finds that overvaluation underpins most disputes in municipal valuations. Undervaluations is more prevalent. This prevalence is due to the benefits of reduced property rates and taxes to the ratepayers, who in turn opt not to complain. The study designed a framework for developing mass valuation standards in South Africa to remediate the glitches. Accordingly, the candidate proposes that South Africa adapts and contextualizes the mass real estate appraisal standard. The framework guides stakeholders in developing standards that address procedural and substantive concerns. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Alyssa Agneta de Blanche, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Real Estate with a thesis titled Establishing a Universal Model to Evaluate the Adequacy of Shelter for Housing, prepared under the supervision of myself. The right to adequate housing is recognized as a fundamental human right. However, the concept of adequate housing is ill-defined. In this thesis, the official housing regulations, legislation, policies, codes or standards of 42 countries were analysed. The data was open, actually selectively coded and validated as per grounded theory. It is established that 27 consistent universal elements occur across a sample. These elements can be divided into 5 categories. Allocation of a weight to each element facilitates the international quantitative comparison of housing. A case study illustrates the proposed model and provides a framework to assess the adequacy of shelter for housing universally. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Architecture. Abigail Perumal.
Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Landscape Architecture. Martinez van der Walt. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Town and Regional Planning. Good enough, Kanyile. Fuzisa Nomlala. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Real Estate. Brian Booth. Paku Matloku. Tifaneli Rakunama. Nontombi Setugela. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Architecture Honours. Ilona Tron. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Management. Obakeng Ngele. Inati Ngezi. Fatuchetsu Rambawani. Lebogang Zondo. Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, Johannes Prinsloo. Bachelor of Science Honours in Real Estate, Katlego Molako. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science in Landscape Architecture, Isandisele Makoba. Tinutenda Ganja. Bachelor of Science in Real Estate, Brenda Mdluli. Mr. Vice Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates in the School of Information Technology.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Johannes Hendrik Jacobus Spoel, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science with a thesis titled A Comprehensive Information Security Management Model for Cyber-Physical Systems, prepared under my supervision. In this thesis, the candidate proposed a novel model for cyber-physical systems lifecycle security management. The model consists of risk analysis and risk mitigation phases. Additional inputs to contextualize the environment in which an organization operates were incorporated. An application methodology for the model was developed that allowed for variation in model application depending on the system life cycle and the reason for the application. The model and its application methodology were validated by analyzing 12 case studies covering a variety of industries and incident types. The analysis results indicate that the model is effective in various scenarios and generates valuable information. It provides highly effective and adaptable guidance for managing the security challenges of cyber-physical systems. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Stefan Brandt, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Technology with a thesis titled Designing a Performance Management Information System to Bridge Trust, an Action Research Case Study, prepared under the supervision of Professor T.R. Naidu. In this thesis, the candidate investigated the social challenges involved in implementing a performance management information systems program and the role of trust-based interventions in the program's success. The longitudinal action research study focused on implementing a performance management information system in a South African private bank to enhance trust in the performance reward process. It extended a trust framework based on recent theoretical advances using action research and an interpretive research paradigm. The trust framework emphasized transparency, consistency, and open communication for building trust between employees and leaders. The research demonstrates action research in performance management information system design, highlighting social practices and employee engagement. The findings show the value of a dynamic trust framework to promote fairness, transparency, and trust formation in complex information system design. The thesis concludes with design principles for effectively implementing socio-technical information systems and recommend trust-enhancing interventions. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Kudzai Mapengere, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems with a thesis titled A Framework for Continuous Refinement of Digital Transformation Strategies, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Professor Alta van der Merwe as co-supervisor. Incumbent and digital startup organizations are grappling with digital transformation as it fundamentally redefines globalization, business models, competition, customer experience, and the future. Regardless of initial research attempts and challenges encountered in practice, there is still no guiding framework that stipulates how organizations should create, implement, evaluate, and reassess digital transformation strategies. In this thesis, a framework for continuous refinement of digital transformation strategies, the candidate, through design science research, proposes a digital transformation strategy refinement theoretical framework that was incrementally built through 3 design cycles of data collection and tested with practitioners for its applicability in their organizations. The digital transformation strategy refinement framework contributes to the digital transformation strategy body of knowledge and provides step-by-step guidelines for practitioners to implement the framework in their organizations. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Teresa Lilly, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems with a thesis titled A Framework for Agile Enterprise Data Management, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Prof. Arona Gerber as co-supervisor. In this thesis, A Framework for Agile Enterprise Data Management, the candidate used the design science research strategy to develop a framework to help organizations achieve agile enterprise data management. The structural and dynamic components of the framework were developed from systematic literature reviews and scientific theories, and then applied to an in-depth qualitative case study at a large financial services organization. Using the Delphi method, data management experts evaluated the proposed framework for use in real-world contexts. Agility in organizations has become crucial due to rapid, unexpected changes in business environments. Agile data management improves operational processes, management reporting, and strategic decision-making in uncertain organizational environments. This study contributes to a practical method, a model and method to help organizations achieve agile enterprise data management. It also offers artifact development approaches potentially useful for researching phenomena in social technical contexts other than agility in enterprise data management. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Dani Smit, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems with a thesis titled Human-AI Symbiosis, Designing a Socio-Technical Artificial Intelligence Adoption Framework, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Prof. van der Merwe as co-supervisor. Organizations need to be able to adopt artificial intelligence successfully, but also responsibly. Therefore, as artificial intelligence technical capabilities make AI powerful, implementing AI in organizations should not only be limited to the technical elements, but requires a more holistic approach. In this thesis, Human-AI Symbiosis, Designing a Socio-Technical Artificial Intelligence Adoption Framework, the candidate followed a design science research approach constituting varying iterative cycles. The study was conducted at an automotive manufacturer based in South Africa and aimed to gain concrete, contextual, in-depth knowledge about a real-world organization. As a result, a socio-technical artificial intelligence adoption framework is proposed that supports organizational AI adoption. As the organization where the study took place is seen as a global leader in industrial digital transformation, the framework makes an important contribution to facilitating researchers and other organizations in understanding how an organization can increase the adoption of AI. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Aletta Susanna Margrieta Smith, who has complied with requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems with a thesis titled An Organizational Transformation Framework Towards Big Data Capability Maturity and Business Value, prepared under the supervision of myself. Boundless data, globalization, and technological advancements have propelled a deluge of information where big data serves as a vital strategic asset for organizations. The unique attributes of big data offer a novel way for organizations to establish a competitive edge, presenting numerous channels for exploiting its potential. However, the idiosyncrasies of big data pose considerable challenges to its successful implementation. The requirement of organizational transformation in developing the necessary big data capabilities for unlocking business value is investigated in this thesis. In the study, the candidate proposes an organizational transformation framework that offers advantages to organizations confronting the hurdles associated with big data implementation. By adopting project methodologies as an organizational solution to enhance big data capabilities, This framework offers a fresh perspective on organizational transformation, supported by 25 operationalization playbooks, providing organizations with a roadmap for achieving the big data-driven business value. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Information Science in Information Science. Mancheba Nkandla. Master of Information Science in Multimedia, Kwan Sui Ka, with distinction. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Information Technology in Big Data Science. Tinashe Chinyati. Chepang Pulaki. Master of Information Technology in ICT Information Science, Niu Mashilo. Master of Information Technology in ICT Management, Lyman Mubukani. Ansel Ngapi. Kanyesile Vilakazi. Master of Information Technology in Information Systems, Mushafara Chakabva. Shanique Lefleur. Isaac Muranganwa. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Computer Science. Cynthia Ngayani, with distinction. Ndaetsu Rananga, with distinction. Bachelor of Information Science, Honours in Information Science, Lendokughle Zwane. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Science, Honours in Multimedia, Bernadette Kibirungi. Camille Sampson, with distinction. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Technology Honours in Information Systems. Kwena Mongwai. Maraya Nkuna. Jinla Shikweni. Tami Sitole. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Computer Science. Kabelo Lei. Tebogo Mampuru. Peter Okumbe. Kanda Chinu. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Mohammed Abubakar. Liam Burgess. Tariq Karim. Tabu Chisani. Kudakwashi Chivunga. Rina de Toy. Michael Geer. Johannes Geyser. Shihara Goncalves. Tabitha Jemwa. Shenwan Ku. Musa Mabasa. Wandile Makubele. Chawani Malakwani. Omolemu Mashigu. Mabitleng Monwa. Tagujonashi Muguti. Simpiwe Ndlovu. Nyabulu Ntuli. Andrei Omelchenko. Rebecca Pillay. Aryan Ramnant. Lechlogonolo Sihaku. Faresa Tangeni. Henry van der Grijp. Damien Vermeulen. Bachelor of Science in Information and Knowledge Systems, Philippa Tufana. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Science in Information Science, Sifesihle Tlamini. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Science in Publishing, Tatum Clark. Lesedi Mashlangu. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Technology in Information Technology, Nglamulu Maluleka. Karel von Moelendorf. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Information Technology in Information Systems, Afiwe Shozi. Mr. Vice Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Gary Patrick Hayes, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering with a thesis titled The Development and Implementation of an Innovative Smartphone Application to Collect Route Choice Preference Data, prepared under the supervision of myself. To address the shortcomings of current route choice data collection methods, the candidate developed an innovative approach in his thesis. A method was developed for use in congested urban areas to collect route preference data intended to estimate route choice models using utility-based discrete choice methods. The application used real-time traffic data to generate route alternatives with their associated travel time and travel cost attributes presented on a smartphone in a stated preference format. Route travel time is disaggregated into free flow, slow down, and stop-start trip time components, and trip time reliability and petrol and toll costs were included in the utility formulation. The application was successfully implemented with a sample of Gauteng car commuters. The route choice models reveal new insights into commuter route choice behavior and provided estimates of their willingness to pay for travel time and cost savings. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Mpiana Danny Bajani, who has complied with the requirements for a degree Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering with a thesis titled Optimal Water Management and Energy Security in Arid and Semi-Arid Regions, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Xia, as well as Prof. Zhang and Prof. Xu as co-supervisors. In this thesis, Optimal Water Resource Management and Energy Security in Arid and Semi-Arid Regions, the candidate proposed 4 innovative, cost-effective, and sophisticated optimal controllers for operating a multiple sources water supply system. The established methods estimate the ideal monthly quantity of water each source should deliver, considering the source's availability, weather variability, seasonal variation in water demand, and energy tariff. They also guarantee efficient energy consumption in water supply operations and improve the region's energy security. Additionally, these technologies preserve the water tables from drying because of their utilization and keep them in a condition that allows future users to use them as current users do. The results demonstrate the model's ability to cope with uncertainties associated with water consumption, rainfall, aquifer recharging, and weather forecasting. The study demonstrates the capacity of the proposed strategies to deal with some phenomena due to climate change, such as drought. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Daniel Correa, who has complied with the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering with a thesis titled Cause and Effect of Inference Paradigms on Predictive Modeling, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Dr. Stefan Schmidt as co-supervisor. In this thesis, Cause and Effect of Inference Paradigms on Predictive Modeling, the candidate proposed a unified framework for predictive counterfactual events in engineering processes common to statisticians and engineers. Novel methodologies were developed to improve inference and prediction using surrogate-based and structural causal models. Surrogate optimization was improved using new surrogate construction techniques, and new loss function was introduced along with improved parameter selection methods. Additionally, by exploiting sparsity, the functional forms of the causal relationships in structural causal models were automatically identified and fitted, automating one of the most arduous components of the methodology. Under a common framework, the results demonstrate the two methodologies to extrapolate to counterfactual events in the presence of real-world sources. Predictive modeling is an essential process for efficient and effective engineering design. Answering what would have happened in unknown scenarios is an increasingly important capability in the engineering design process. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Bianca Renita Gevers, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctoral Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, with a thesis titled The Effect of Transition Metal Modification on Magnesium Metal Aluminium Layer Double Hydroxides for their use in photofunctional applications, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Prof. Emil Rudinger and Dr. Andreas Leuteritz as co-supervisors. In her thesis, the candidate took a comprehensive approach to sustainable materials development, investigating a catalogue of 41 materials for their material and optical properties, and testing their application in photovoltaics and photocatalytics for hydrogen production. The thesis introduces a new synthesis method for preparing structurally, morphologically, and vibrationally similar LDHs with exact composition, probing the influence of synthesis parameters in preparing LDHs with high crystallinity. Work towards the fundamental understanding of previously undescribed light absorption and emission processes forms the main body of this thesis and shows, for the first time, the true complexity of the optical properties of LDHs, a necessity to increase future performance in photofunctional applications such as photocatalysis and photovoltaics. Mr. Vice Principal, I request that you confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Sasha Guo, who have completed all the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering. He has done this under the supervision of Prof. Tichapondwa and co-supervisor Prof. Walter Fokke. Pyrotechnic compositions are usually employed in time delay detonators to facilitate controlled initiation of explosive charges in mining and quarrying operations. In this thesis, combustion performance of self-assembly ternary pyrotechnic time delay compositions, the candidate proposed an approach of reducing the adiabatic reaction temperature of a typical thermite reaction by inducing a secondary intermetallic reaction, which resulted in the desired burning rates and improved ignitability of the compositions. The design ternary systems took advantage of the intermetallic reactions that occur in fuel-rich compositions. The results from this study showed that it is possible to replace traditional compositions with more environmentally benign materials while achieving the same delayed combustion performance. This is particularly important in a South African context, where a large number of detonators are used in mining operations that contribute immensely to the economy. Additionally, the candidate's work resulted in several high-impact journal articles and conference presentations, further highlighting the significance and influence of this research. Mr. Vice Principal, I request that you confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Dineo Anna Mary Ramatlo, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering with a thesis titled A Hybrid Modeling Methodology to Model and Interpret Ultrasonic Guided Wave Inspections of Operational Rail Tracks, prepared under the supervision of myself, as well as Professor Philip Loveday and Dr. Craig Long. In this thesis, a hybrid modeling methodology to model and interpret ultrasonic guided wave inspections of operational rail tracks, the candidate developed a physics-based digital twin to interpret ultrasonic guide wave signals in welded rail tracks for the structural health monitoring. Several factors complicate interpretation of ultrasonic guide waves, in addition to limited observations of failure and damage scenarios. A systematic study extends the digital twins framework ability to interpret these signals. Contributions include developing and deploying a novel and interpretable mode coupling and reflection model, and the fusion of crack signatures of specified size and location using a hybrid machine learning modeling approach. The latter extends the digital twins framework's application to include the generation of simulated damage scenarios for developing and training anomaly detection strategies. This study advances the digitization of welded rail track health and its interpretation. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Willem Abraham Roos, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Metallurgical Engineering with a thesis titled Geometric Acceleration of Complex Chemical Equilibrium Calculations for Inclusion in Multiphysics and Process Models, prepared under the supervision of myself. Incorporating complex equilibrium calculations into process and multiphysics models can provide significant insights into industrial processes that current modeling or measurement methods cannot. Equilibrium calculations are, however, in general, omitted or incorporated in a simplified manner due to their computational expense. In this thesis, the candidate developed, implemented, and tested an accelerator algorithm based on established thermochemical theory to include equilibrium calculations into models more efficiently. The algorithm discretizes a thermochemical system's phase diagram only in regions accessed by the model and perform additional interpolations rather than computationally expensive equilibrium calculations. The algorithm's performance was tested on 2- and 3-component systems and on 2 industry-relevant systems, namely a 4-component ilmenite smelting system and a 5-component steel-making system. It was demonstrated that the algorithm is capable of achieving noteworthy levels of acceleration while being able to control interpolation accuracy. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Marco van Dijk, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, with a thesis titled Operational Optimization Algorithm for Cascading Conduit Hydropower Potential by Evaluating Pareto Optimal Trade-off Curves, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Esje van Vieren and myself as co-supervisor. In the thesis, Operational Optimization Algorithms for Cascading Conduit Hydropower Potential by Evaluating Pareto Optimal Trade-off Curves, the candidate proposed an innovative methodology to enhance the operational efficiency of cascading conduit hydropower facilities in bulk water supply and distribution systems. The development procedure encompasses an algorithm that maximizes revenue generation while minimizing operational risk associated with specific modes of operation for hydropower plants that are part of the complex interconnected supply system. The resulting Pareto-optimal trade-off curves offer a range of solutions and flow operations that can be implemented, ensuring maximum generation value without compromising system reliability beyond a predetermined criterion. Although the primary objective is to optimize existing systems, the procedure can also aid in turbine selection by analyzing different installation options and re-optimizing. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree onto the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Willem David Viljoen, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering with a thesis titled Development of Low-Cost, Weathering-Resistant Composites and the Viability of Their Use in Combating Waterborne Disease, prepared under the supervision of myself as well as Dr. Ines Kienert as co-supervisor. In his thesis, the candidate sought to determine the viability of and perform materials development for a low-cost water disinfectant device driven by sunlight for use in disadvantaged and disaster-struck communities. A model of temperature and disinfection in the device based on partial differential equations and time series climate data from local weather stations was developed and validated experimentally to determine the project's viability. With viability established, numerous novel measures, methods, and visualizations were developed to illustrate, compare, and understand the mechanical and thermal characteristics of the composites. Multi-objective optimization was performed to find ideal trade-offs as the foundation for further work, notably as much higher filler loadings than typically used. Notable contributions are made to thermal stability, tensile deformation and failure, bimodality of impact, strength, and weathering stability. Mr. Vice Principal, I request that you confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Mukalu Sandro Masaki, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering with a thesis titled Optimal Sizing and Control of Supercapacitors for Cost-Effective Hybridization of Battery-Alone Energy Storage Systems, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Shia as well as Prof. Zhang as co-supervisor. In the thesis, Optimal Sizing and Control of Supercapacitors for Cost-Effective Hybridization of Battery-Alone Energy Storage Systems, the candidate explored the possibility of retrofitting supercapacitors in standalone battery storage to allow existing power systems to benefit from the technical and economic superiority gained by associating batteries and supercapacitors. The study involved the design of control strategies aimed at adding supercapacitors with little or no modifications to the existing infrastructure. To further increase the lifespan of battery storage, the candidate proposes a thermoelectric control framework that takes advantage of the supercapacitor to attenuate the electrical and thermal stresses sustained by the batteries. Finally, an optimal techno-economic sizing model was developed to ensure the economic viability of any retrofit project. The results demonstrated the proposed retrofit is effective and straightforward to implement, yielding significant economic and environmental benefits when the project proves cost-effective. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Applied Science in Electrical, Electronic and Computer Engineering. Hosanna Twinumurinzi. Master of Science in Applied Science in Industrial Systems Engineering, Bongiwe Mbamalali. Master of Science in Applied Science in Water Utilization Engineering, Nompumelelo Mzimela, with distinction. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Bioengineering. Joshua Thistleton, with distinction. Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, Stefanie Kraus. Lone Star Gondi. Lekachile Mogopo. Mukondeleli Mluvu, with distinction. Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering, August Nodia. Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Jacobus Lou, with distinction. Zander Noom, with distinction. Patrick Nyonganyi, with distinction. Kiobaka Poti. Peter Scholz, with distinction. Master of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, Alexander Simonovich, with distinction. Jonathan van Niekerk with distinction. Daniel Weppener with distinction. Master of Engineering in Geotechnical Engineering, Jack Basson with distinction. Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering, Tanisha Botha. Louise Coetzee with distinction. Rendani Mombeleni. Rachel Olivier with distinction. Genevieve Sebastio with distinction. Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Kirsten Braun. Luan Ludik with distinction. Just come back. Andries van der Merwe with distinction. Master of Engineering in Metallurgical Engineering, Yathil Matabadal with distinction. Master of Engineering in Structural Engineering, Zelda Spijkerman with distinction. Master of Engineering in Transportation Engineering, Madeleine van Wyk. Master of Engineering in Water Utilization Engineering, Luca Lorenz with distinction. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electrical Engineering. Silamant Camillus Dharmendra with distinction. Come back. Ngodinzashi Tabwa with distinction. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Environmental Engineering, Dale Stevens. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Industrial Engineering, Gosiami Chauke. Catherine Henning with distinction. Laratu Huma. Praise Ifekoya. Shandukani Manena. Nompumalelu Mshlongo. Come back. Palela Mokonyane. Ngonijashi Moyo. Mazanga Munzelele. Klu Sebola. Ansel Venter. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Kelvin Heufel. Solomon Muchiri. Come back. Come back. Leonard Piri. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Environmental Technology. Mbali Matatu. Nkateku Nkuna. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Industrial Systems, Simpiwe Sambo. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Mechanics, Physical Asset Management, Christopher Chaguedera. Ogorogile Ngwenya. Motalepule Ramapulani. Morua Messi Tema. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Metallurgy, Chloe Moabelo. Rofiwa Netavani. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Metallurgy, Welding Technology, Joseph Nzana Sande. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Mining, Mutuatonwi Tenga. Bachelor of Science Honours, Applied Science in Water Utilization, Witness Mabunda. Motlalefi Sebulaneng. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Cole Floyd. Lowen Holloway. Matomi Langa. Nduvu Mutabatsindi. Glad Mutong. Raylene Naiker. Tanushka Reddy. Trevin Simpson. Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering, Nikhil Daya. Jacobus Utle. Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Johannes Gous. Bethiel Maslakwana. Rerabetswe Mohotu. Reiner Spruit. Kom terug. Amanda Kaki. Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, Philip Andrew. Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Engineering, Devon Cowling. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Adam Becks. Luvuyo Chiku. Tinutenda Gliwayo. Walter Havenga. Matthew Hislop. Neil John. Rishai Maadiu. Funanani Mahua. Jared Moodley. Ruben Muller. Jared Nell. Jerry Nkosi. Chiara Pritipal. Henku Steenkamp. Beth Watson. Matthew Wong. Bachelor of Engineering in Metallurgical Engineering, William Beloy. Mukalani Khadebe. Precious Khulani. Dikhetu Lesufi. Lesedi Letlapi. Chepu Maleka. Gift Machinini. Tembelichle Machinini. Fisokugle Masondu. Fulofelu Mbeti. Mkolisi Mpelo. Dakalu Murida. Sibolaishi Ramashala. Cholanang Tulari. Bachelor of Engineering in Mining Engineering, Tabu Paile. Tiens Vulkans. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Michelle van Rooyen, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Business Management, Engineering Management, with a thesis titled An Integrated Framework to Enable the Strategic Improvement of Technology Innovation Management, prepared under the supervision of myself. In this thesis, An Integrated Framework to Enable the Strategic Improvement of Technology Innovation Management, the candidate addresses the challenge of managing uncertainty associated with technology innovation. By conducting a systematic literature review and employing interpretive structural modeling and micmac research, this research identifies and explores interrelationships between success factors across the different stages of the innovation process. An integrated framework for managing technology innovation was developed by drawing insights from case studies and interviews conducted in an innovation-focused South African research and technology organization, which provides practical guidance to organizations adopting linear or non-linear innovation processes. The framework enables organizations to assess their innovation management practices, identify strengths and weaknesses, and formulate strategic interventions for improving how technology innovation is managed. The research contributes valuable knowledge to the field of technology innovation management, with implications for reducing uncertainty and improving innovation practices across organizations. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Engineering Management. Leonard Lubisi.
Uncle.
Well done. Congratulations. Thanks.
Justine Geraldine Nanfuka with distinction. Stefina Risenga. Walter Sirongo. Master of Science in Project Management, Willie Mutawamudimo. Jacobus Ninaber. Talusu Chifularu. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Technology Management in Technology and Innovation Management. Nomsu Kana. Matlatsi Malumani. Sifisu Twala. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Engineering Management. Shikwani Makala. Letabu Setole. Master of Engineering in Project Management, Ernst Boshoff. Mesaveni Marakala. Niu Mukaila. George Ngakane. Master of Engineering in Technology and Innovation Management, Simpiwe Mtanti. Thank you. Clarence Mutukwani. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Engineering and Technology Management. Fatuchetsu Mandiwana. Machehu Moya. Wouter Nel. Jonathan Prinsloo. Mr. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Engineering and Technology Management. Jessica Globu. Boinelu Galetlabe. Mabel Machaba. Raisibe Maglaela. Mpumelelo Majola. Hasnath Malaka. Ntombifuthi Mazibane. Laratu Nkoku. Stephen Sapuru. David Sindani. Divan van der Merwe with distinction.
Thank you. So let us give our graduates a big hand for their efforts and work. Thank you, thank you. So now I also ask our graduates to thank their friends, family, partners, relatives for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the proceedings. Before we close, I wish to invite all of you present for refreshments that will be served in front of the aula after this closure of this graduation. You are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing until the assembly has been dissolved and the academic procession has left the auditorium. The words of the national anthem are printed on the inside back cover of the program. I request you to please rise. By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.